It takes a lot of understanding to be able to compartmentalize a person, assess and observe the contents, and put them all back together to look at the person as a whole again. Psychology, sociology, and other science studies will show that there is a direct link to yourself as an adult based on your idea of your mother as a child. Once again, we face a multifaceted process. Compartmentalizing what you were taught, if anything, what you learned from your mother by observation, maybe even subconscious connections you've made that may play into your daily lifestyle and routines. Now, changing your perspective can be difficult, especially when the perspective stems from a long-standing belief about a pivotal person in a human's life. Readjustments in perspective happened along the way to adulthood and are still possible. But to remove yourself from the equation and look at this person instead of in the sense of who they are to you, moreover as a human looking at another human. I feel like there had been some sort of godly veil placed over our heads as children, which gave us the perspective of our parents being godly from somewhere else, kind of like a superhero. Well, the superheroes have grown tired, removed their capes, and we have removed our rose-colored glasses. And now, it's time to understand, as adults, our parents, as people. Today, I think about my mother, and I invite you to do the same. For my group who chose the CLOVE, let's go ahead and get started. So first we're going to go ahead and see your mother's energy. Okay, like who are they? So first will be the past, kind of like what they were before and what they've kind of morphed into. Okay. Oh wow, ooh. Beautiful. So first, we have the moth. Look at that. Beautiful, quick moving energy. Their colors are a little bit different than what you would get in a butterfly, right? But they're still beautiful nonetheless. However, they are nocturnal. So I do feel like maybe your mother energy that we're tapping into here is or used to be kind of nocturnal. Maybe they work late at night, or you know, they did night work, or maybe they were researchers of some sort, because moths are attracted to the light, right? And light in our sense would be like intelligence, or astrology, being attracted to like the lights in the sky, if we're being technical, or like just intellect, I would say. Very smart. I love it. Wow, what a mom. Next, we have the elephant. Oof. The elephant is the energy of now. So this is wisdom. This is ancestral wisdom. This isn't just like, I know this, I know that, I know how to do taxes and mortgages and stuff that I'm going to share with you or something, but this is more along the lines of ancient wisdom, along with having a serious, real connection to spirit. Look at that. Real connection to spirit here. Your mother energy that we're tapping into could be either into astrology or tarot or the occult of some sort. Yeah, that is Amazing. Maybe even just a researcher. Just a researcher. Like what? Like a researcher? So our next question is, what is their mothering style? What's their mothering style? Let's see. Ooh. Wow. So first we have warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? That's definitely the type of energy that I see. I think that the mothering style here was a little bit tough. Maybe a little cold, because we do have a sword here. So it could have been a little bit cold, very intellectual sort of connection that you guys had. Like, did you eat dinner? Yes, perfect. Okay, please brush your teeth. Okay, go to sleep. Okay, love you. Okay, love you too. Good night, good night. Like, you know, but there was a goal behind it. It wasn't for nothing, clearly, right? Because you're amazing, aren't you? But I do see that sort of mothering style here with our clove group. What did I forget to say here? Oh yeah, I had downloaded that actually. When I saw the moth energy, I feel like your mother energy that we're working with, and I keep saying energy because, you know, I'm not trying to get like technical here, but when we look at this sort of energy, I think that she is transformed more than once. I don't think that the transformation from a moth to an elephant was the only thing that she's done. Like, there is a process that she got to become the moth, to be interested in what she was interested in, to follow that light, whatever it may be. Maybe she's very spiritual. Maybe she is, you know, really, really connected with God and making use, you know, her style was sort of creating a warrior for that cause, what that cause might have been. Wow. Then we also have trust your path. Look at this. The question on this card is my favorite ever. Okay, ready? If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? I don't know. That's such a good question. Right? That's such a good question. If you knew that you would be supported, what would you do? And that could have been a question that your mother energy could have asked you. What do you want to do? What do you want to create? What do you want to, like, maybe there was a want to instill like a confidence and an excitement for what you're going to do. Whatever that was. All right, let's get juicy. Next question that I asked. What were her biggest lessons? What was your mother's biggest lessons? Let's see. We should have about 6 cards out for this. Oh, wow, okay. One of the bigger lessons that I see here that may have played a big role in her growing up or her building herself up was a process of communication where she didn't feel tired after she was done, where she didn't feel like she had to win every single battle. Maybe like there was a need to not have to prove herself all the time. Like maybe she felt like she had to prove herself all the time, and there was like there was a very tired sort of positioning that she may have gone through where she felt like really depleted. Because you see the flowers back here, they're like they don't look very good, man. I think that there was a lack of watering for her. I don't think that she had enough watering on her plant, you know? Maybe it was her family or something along the lines. I just don't think she was watered well enough. So there was always a need to kind of gain respect and gain esteem from other people's view of her. Then we have the Knight of Wands. So I think that this might have been a relationship or a person. Yeah, maybe like early, maybe like 20s, 30s, something like that. A fire sign that kind of came rushing into her life and brought, you know, the moon and the stars. Acceptance of love. Acceptance of love is kind of what I'm getting here. What was a major lesson. Not just accepting any love either. You know, something beautiful, something worthy. Knight of Wands here with the sun. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. This is pretty positive. Unless she got pregnant with a Knight of Wands and you are the sun, right? Which is, you know, usually a baby. But I see the Two of Pentacles here. So this is that relationship once again. There was some sort of relationship connection that taught her a lot. That there was so much tangible lessons that she could take on for the rest of her life. Like her other half, you know. Legit her other half. Like literally. Like, wow. How to connect with someone on that type of level, I think, was a major lesson for her. And we have the Nine of Wands. Anxiety. You know, back when my mom was younger, like, I don't remember us having words like anxiety and, you know, I mean, depression was there, but it wasn't like huge, you know, there was so many, we didn't have so many terms back then. So I feel like your mother energy that we're talking about here really kind of had to learn how to harvest that anxiety, because it's not like it didn't exist, it just didn't have a name, you know? And I think that there was a big harvesting that she had to do in regards to that anxiety that she had. Almost being fearful of losing everything. I think she was really fearful of losing everything. And then she became the High Priestess. Beautiful wealth of knowledge. Dude. Wow. A beautiful wealth of knowledge connected to the divine. I mean, like, unlimited access to wisdom that, yo, tell your mom to call me. We could chit chat. I'm just saying, because she seems like a really smart lady. But getting to the High Priestess sort of energy is not easy, because she is, once again, the epitome of balance here. She's got the negative, what you would perceive as the negative parts of yourself and what you would perceive as the positive parts of yourself. She's meshed them together to create one self, and being in acceptance with all of it. And that's like that's a lesson. That's what we all want, right? Now, this is where it gets juicy for you, because the next question here is a little bit different. It's what they wish they could tell you, but they kind of feel like they physically can't tell you. You got like a stack of cards, and I kept them. So let's see what they have to say. I'm excited. What do they wish they could tell you, but don't really feel like they can? Okay. Wow. Wow. Clove. Your mother energy is making it real simple for me here. Listen. If there's heartache and loss that you've been going through, where you've lost something, someone, a situation, an opportunity, something that just made you feel like you lost something, I think that she feels that with you. And there's an emotional connection here. The emotional connection is like not even close to like the mental connection that she's got with you. Whether you have it with her or not, I'm not sure, but I definitely feel like she has it with you. So whatever it is that you're feeling, she's feeling too. Emotional loss. Then, what I was just talking to you about just now, shadow. That black and white coming together, creating one. She wants you to know that she's done it, you can do it. You guys, my hair looks so terrible. I'm so sorry. She's saying, I've done it, you can do it. The next card that we have here is conflict and defeat. She's been through it. She's been through it. She knows what conflict and defeat is. She knows how it hurts. She knows that pain that you have to go through. The testing, trial and error. But you'll get it. There's a lot of faith in you that she has, I think, that because she's gotten through it, she knows that you're going to be able to get through it because she feels like you're stronger than her. In a sense, okay? She feels like you're stronger than her in a sense. And there's a lot of hope that I see. I feel like she's trying to tell you that if you are feeling like you are in a rut, like, you know, like when you're in a bad mood and your mom's like, oh, I'm not going to talk to you right now, like that type of thing. But I feel like if you are stuck in a sort of shadow realm, she's telling you she's been there and to follow the light. And that light is that same light that the moth was reaching for over here. She wants you to be like the moth. Attracted to intellect, attracted to the depth and wealth of knowledge that comes from your lineage. And rejoice in celebration. So having a little fun. Having a little fun. Step out, have a little fun. She might invite you somewhere. It looks like it would be a good time. So just in case, you know. Alrighty, so the last question that we have here is something a little bit special for you as well. And this is going to be advice from Spirit on mothering yourself. We're going to go ahead and get 3 cards here. Ooh. One more card, guys. Let's see. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button for me if you like the content. And subscribe to the channel. Let's see. Anything else? Nothing else? Just 2. Just 2. The other one was... Oh, wow. Oh, I see. This could go for a couple different ways. So let's go ahead and start. First off, we have the Emperor. This is structure. Sometimes we do need to give ourselves a little bit of tough love. We need a little bit more structure, a little bit more routine in our lives. And little do we know that's actually a really, really important form of mothering yourself, is being able to kind of set those routines for yourself, give yourself discipline. Because what I see right now is the King of Wands. I feel like very, like being a tad bit immature, kind of, with your passions and with the fire that you hold inside of you. I think that we're kind of misdirecting it a little bit. And I think that's where we might want to mother ourselves, or that's how we want to do it, I feel, is getting better structure, either within within your domain, and whatever you deem that is what it is. So I see you really creating more structure, a happier sort of sense around you. Mind you, I do want to let you know, we do have, for your mother here, the moth, the elephant that's carrying the fire, right? And then we've got the sun, and then we've got light, okay? Same card, And here with the five of the conflict and defeat, I think that she really feels like you're going downward instead of facing up towards the sun, and she's really trying to get you to do that. Yes. Wow. Well, those are your messages, my beautiful CLOVE group. Thank you so much for spending this time with me and sharing your energy with me. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in your next video. For my group who chose mullein leaf, I am so excited to do this. Let's see. So, I asked a few questions. I asked really good questions too. Don't worry. So, first question is, who are they? So first, I want to look at your mother's energy, or who you're thinking about, who you're vibrating with, to ask about. So let's see. Okay. Wow. Okay. So first, we have the beaver. I love it. That's pretty hard work. Very dedicated, very focused, family-based, maybe possibly family-oriented. It seems very, like almost earthish. It's very earthish, earth signish, or just having those traits. Dedicated to work, knowing what needs to get done, making sure that it's getting done. And then we have the hummingbird. Look at that. Man, hummingbirds move quick, and they can be inspiring. If you can see the rainbow around, there's inspiration surrounding her, him, who you're thinking about right now at this moment. The vibrations, very quick moving energy, a lot of energy. Maybe even sometimes feeling like stuck in overdrive, but let's just say this was previous energy in the past where like maybe you were younger and she had to work extra hard and all this, you know what I mean? Just really building the foundations and whatnot. And then after that, we have, the hummingbird, where it's like stuck on overdrive, still doesn't know how to stop working, or stop doing stuff and just kind of sit down and smell the roses. Have you gotten her roses lately? That's beautiful. Let's go on. Okay, so number 2 is your the person that you're thinking about, their mothering style. Your mother's mothering style. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so first we have share your voice. Wow. Come out of the cave. Persecution. Expression. Come out of the cave. It kind of feels like beaver energy here. Like come on out, because I think that you have her energy as well. Look at that. Anna, grandmother of Jesus. This is like the creator of the foundation of what, you know, he was able to move upon and work upon. That is, wow, that's literally the beaver energy. So really being able to kind of lay down the groundwork and everything that needed to be done. And I think that right now they may be even asking you to realize that there's a process going on in you as well, which is probably why you clicked on this video. Mullein leaf. And a grandmother, Jesus. Seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. I just said laying foundations, literally. There's a very structured sort of safety that I feel like I can feel in this mother energy. Just a lot of protection. A lot of protection. But in a very like physical, like tangible way. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, so now we are going to dive deeper. Now we are going to dive deeper, and we are going to see what were her biggest lessons. We have 6 cards for this. Okay. So first, we have 2 8s here. We have 8 of Pentacles and 8 of Cups. First off, I think there was a huge focus on, once again, work. 8 of Pentacles is literally the work card. Like, and that was one of the main lessons I feel like she had to learn. That it's like, I can't stop. Oh, wow. I feel that, man. Oh, how intense. And I can feel that, like, drive, like, I have no choice. Like, this energy has to be here. I have to create it. Whether I have it or not, like, here it is. No matter what emotional turmoil she was going through. With the 8 of Cups here, at the exact same time is what it's telling me. Emotional turmoil while she's working was one of the main things that she went through, I feel. That really shaped who she is today. That really turned her from a beaver to a hummingbird. There's a calloused sort of way about it. That's so strong though, right? To be able to do that and go through that and then process it and still come out the other side looking like a freaking hummingbird. You know what I mean? I think that beginning new love was difficult for her. Or was a lesson that she had to learn, maybe on how to do it. how to allow herself to love, how to allow herself to be loved, to have time for it, to stand outside and feel the rain fall on her. Wow, the Hermit. She may have lost someone. Or this could be like a passed on loved one that's coming through here. But this is coming through in a particular style. I don't know how to explain it. It's guidance. It's spiritual guidance for her that maybe she didn't really realize that she had any sort of way of connecting to spirit, and she's like, oh wow, look at this. And that was one of her lessons here, whether she talks about it or not. I do see a spiritual lesson happening, and somebody coming in, whether this is, like I said, an ancestor or a passed on loved one, they have shown her guidance. This is already in the past, so this has already happened, which I think is beautiful. Honestly, I think it's great, because what a transformation. Unless your mother, for some of you, is no longer around, I am sorry for your loss. If so, if your mother is no longer around and you're the one who's working through the pain and just kind of like living that sort of timeline that she did, you know, because this is her reading, you know what I mean? But if you're kind of repeating some sort of steps in that timeline, I'm here to tell you that that's what's happening. But if she did move on to another life, I see culminations as well. Was something difficult for her to kind of deal with, was the changing of things, when things had to change. Because we have two tens here. We got the 10 of Cups and we got the 10 of Pentacles. So if things had to change in finance, or if things had to change in emotional standpoints, it was just like kind of threw her off balance a little bit, maybe. That might have been one of her main lessons here, is knowing how to be able to move on from that, you know. Wow. Okay. That's beautiful. Oh my gosh, Mullein leaf. Wow. I am in love right now. Okay. So, next question. Next question is pretty serious as well. What do they wish they could tell you that they feel like they just can't? You know, you feel like you just can't tell somebody something, but you feel like you just really want to, and we're gonna see what that is here. Wow. Oh my goodness, look at this. Okay. I feel like, in a sense, they know what you're going through. They feel what you're going through because they felt it before. If they're, and I don't know why they don't feel like they can tell you. Maybe for numerous reasons. I just thought of like 5 after I said I couldn't think of anything. But yeah, so for whatever reason that may be, that they feel like they can't, they feel you though. And whatever portion of life where you feel like you're trapped in fear, they see it. And I feel like she wants you to understand that I hate to say it, but like, this too shall pass, because we have transformation. coming through is the butterfly here. The process of really kind of breaking out of the shell, the mental blockages that are happening for whatever reason, whether it's because of your mother being amazing or not being amazing, in whichever form you may see that, it is still important for us to try our best to look at them as human beings. They did go through life the way we are right now. You know, sometimes things happen to us that we are not prepared for. You know, so there's so much more understanding now that I feel you can not only give to your mother, but in return also give to yourself. So that transformation is here, telling you that any sort of mental blockages, pains, stresses, she can see that they're going to be removed. She knows that you're going to transform into the butterfly. There's still faith in you. There's a lot of faith in you. And in your heart, knowing you'll like do the right thing, whether it's for yourself, or she knows that you're strong enough to get through anything. And I think that she would like you to know that she knows that you're not just strong enough, but smart enough, agile enough, alive enough, you know. Next, we have heartache and loss. Honestly, I really do apologize if you lost your mother. But aside from that, I have triumph. Beside that, I have triumphant success. So, heartache and loss is usually the Three of Swords. So you would see Three of Swords here, and here's that one. So I think that any sort of loss that you've experienced that created this sort of heartbreak that seems to linger, there is a way out, and it's going to be through communication. And I think that that's something that your mom learned over time. You know, whether that was emotional communication or intellectual, you know, like, are we going to, you know, depending on what you're talking about, right? But I do see that there is a beautiful success that she sees for you. She really kind of sees you winning, you know, despite whatever you're going through right now. Like, what's next? You know, yeah, we're going through it right now, but what's next? Okay. Mm-hmm. Speaking of what's next, let's see. All right, and then the last question here is going to be any advice from Spirit on how to mother yourself. I was gonna pick 3 cards. They popped right out for us, guys. So let's see. Ooh. First thing that came to mind was tend to your passions. Page of Wands. Tend to your messages. Tend to what lights your fire. Tend to that. There's something that needs tending. Maybe your hair. You may need to tend your hair. This is 10. Who says that? But yeah, I kind of feel like you getting, you know, just kind of fluffing yourself up a little bit. Sprucing yourself up. That's what I'm going to say. Then I see death. Beautiful. There's that transformation card again. There it is again. You know, there's major transformation happening here for you, Mullein Leaf. And it might be that you realize that you as well have the energy of Anna. That is, listen, when you mother yourself through the death process, it is not easy. it's not just about like death itself, you know, it's how you react to it. And I think that mothering yourself through the process of how you react to any sort of death in your life, whether it's a process ending, a project, a relationship, what have you, there is a tending. Once again, you need to tend to that that new pathway that you're going through. Also, home. Happiness in the home will feel warmer for you, and I think will give you a more tender, supported area to be around. Maybe you could set the table like your mom always did, or you could burn a candle that she used to burn, or something that, you know, kind of reminds you of like nostalgia, a little bit of nostalgia, just happiness, bringing happiness into your life in the most small ways continuously will make something grand, you know, and it's so worth it in the end. It's so worth it in the end. Mullein leaf, this was absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Yeah. Final thoughts here. If you are trapped in fear, experiencing heartache through this, know that there is transformation. There is a breakthrough coming. There's a break. It's already here almost. You're just poking through. You know, that guy who's like digging that thing, and he's like, he quits like right before he gets the diamonds. And I hate putting that on you because I know it's a lot of pressure, but I'm just saying, you got this. And here, you know, on this channel and anywhere else I am, there's a supportive group that, you know, we all just kind of stick together and try and get everybody through life, you know, because we're all going through it. So yeah, that is your reading. Wow, Mullein leaf. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me. I love you so much, and I will see you in your next video. My group who chose the pink rock salt. Let's go ahead and see. So we are answering questions here. First question is, who are they? Who is your mother? Let's see. Okay. So first we have the starfish. I love it. It looks really fun. Fun energy, kind of. Ooh, and we have the fox. Nice. Okay, so I see a definite transformation here, as well as I've seen in the other cards. I think Spirit's really coming through as what they might have been before and what they are now. Wow. First off, with the starfish, I feel like it's so alluring. It's a very beautiful, sort of visual, aesthetic type of look that I see happening here. A lot of attention based on that. Whether that was based on like your mom was getting the attention, or, you know, she was seeking the attention. Either way, you know, I can kind of see how that was before, but I do feel like a really fun energy about it, and kind of like a lightheartedness to it. Next, we have the fox. Now, the fox is pretty sly, okay? So this is going to be talking about how crafty she may be now, how much intelligence she's gained from what she's been through, and we'll go ahead and get into that too. Just wait, I'm excited. But yeah, so the starfish is telling me that, you know, they're able to literally regenerate their limbs. But on like a negative side of this, which is probably where she got most of these lessons from, sometimes their limbs, because they have their senses on their limbs, if one smells food, it can take over everything else, therefore making it easier for someone to kind of get off track, in kind of easier, you know, because it's like, ooh, love, or ooh, this, or ooh, that, or you know what I mean? And that might have been before. So, it could just make it easier for her to have been a little bit more overindulgent. So I do feel like a little bit of an overindulgence, fun, sexy, beautiful type of energy in her own right. And then the fox, you know, the lighter and the more positive parts of this is that they're the hunter, they're intelligent, they're sly, slick, smooth. They're beautiful too, really. But, you know, on the other hand, this could lead to jealousy, it could lead to greed, trickery, things of that nature. So, depending on what side of the spectrum, right, your mother is on. Okay, so our next question is, what is her mothering style? What is her mothering style? Let's see. Oh, wow. Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so first we have soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. You know what this feels like to me? It feels like best friend type of energy. It feels really best friend type of connection, you know? And you know what? I see the dolphins back here, and that kind of tells me that you guys might have a sort of like psychic connection to where, you know, she's in trouble, you know it, and if you're in trouble, she knows it. Yeah. But it says, call in your tribe. You don't have to do this alone. So for her mothering style, I would say maybe she's not always around, or she's not the type to call you every day. But she is like your best friend. Like once you guys reconnect, it's just like, you know, like you never left each other almost. And then the next one that we have is play. Play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. So I feel like sometimes maybe she might say that to you, like, hey, just have fun, don't be so serious. So funny that those came out. I mean, she kind of seems really fun-loving and exciting and stuff. That's really awesome. But I can see, you know, growing up, I can see how that could readjust, you know, your passageways and whatnot. So the next question that we have is, what were their hardest lessons? Yep, we're going there. Woo. Put your belts on for this one. Okay, let's see. Okay. My pink rock salt. I kind of feel like your mom's like a rock star or something. Or like she was a rock star. She was like, you know, always. It's something along the lines of very like maybe artistic. Or just maybe even creative with the way she verbalizes things. She might really have a way of words, you know. So her biggest lessons, right? Which is what I was asking for while I was shuffling. We have the Lovers, right? So once again, I'm really seeing like a reflection of like, you know who kind of reminds me of? Actually, I just finished, I know that you guys have seen it, I know it, but I just finished watching Practical Magic again for like millionth time, and I feel like this energy reminds me of Jilly. It really does. Because here I feel like one of her main lessons was through love or in love. There was a major process that I feel like she may have gone through within herself to kind of retry to realize how to love, and not just herself, or not just her partner, but herself, you know, because I don't know if they had readings like this in her time, you know, where we could kind of get a deeper look. We can ask those questions. Those questions are even posed in our minds, right? I think that the one of the most ways that she learned to love was through relationships. The devil. Here we have it again, puppeteer. I feel like she may have felt like she was kind of dragged along astray, or she was like, you know, going with the flow of what her partner wanted. And she kind of enveloped herself in this sort of energy for a while. I think that was a major lesson for her as well, is how to get out of hell. Her own hell. And if you ask me, that's one hell of a lesson. Honestly. Like, she sounds pretty strong. So yeah, I definitely see like light in the darkness here that she had to create for herself, to get herself out. I think that communication was a really big lesson for her as well, because we have the Page of Swords here. It may have been difficult for her to say the first word, or make the first move, send the first message. I think that that's a major lesson that maybe she was trying to learn, or she's trying to learn, or that she already has learned. It is good to appreciate, you know, how far we've all come. Let's all remember we are human. We've all gone through our own childhoods and our own lessons, and then more, like, it's multiplying, you know what I mean? Kind of makes me dizzy when I think about it. But Page of Swords, that new communication, I feel like that was a real lesson for her on how to be able to start a conversation about something that maybe she didn't want to talk about. She may have found some solace in writing as well. Other big lessons that I see here that she has gone through in her life. 7 of Wands reversed. I think that there was a big lesson on how to avoid conflict. I think she learned that real well. I do. I think she did, because right after that we have the Success, and I remember pulling these cards and they came out together, like one right after another. So to see the 7 of Wands in reverse and then the 6 of Wands upright, there was a big success in that. So I think that whether she knows it or not, she has reached success in really knowing how to avoid problems, avoid getting herself into positions that will not suit her highest well-being. And then lastly, for the major lessons that she's had, we have 5 of Swords. Communication again. Now it's not just starting the communication back here with the Page of Swords. No. Now she's already learned the lesson on how to win. Now she's learned the lesson on how to win Congratulations, Mama. You a fox, baby. You a fox, baby. Get it. I love it. That actually sounds really amazing, honestly. Okay. Wow. Next. Let me see. So this is a little special. I wanted to do something a little bit different and ask, what do they wish they could tell you? You know, whether your mother's passed on or if she's here. Sometimes it's not really physically possible, you know what I mean? Like, I can't, like, verbalize these words, but there are messages I know there are deep down inside, and I have them here. So let's see. Okay. Okay. Wow. Wow. You know what? This is really profound, especially with like what she's gone through. Like, for this to be, you know, what she wish she could tell you. Maybe she doesn't know how to verbalize it, but first we have solitude. She wants to tell you that it's okay to be by yourself. Your thoughts aren't scary. You are not crazy. It is okay to be by yourself. In your own kingdom. It is okay to build your own kingdom within solitude. Your own balanced system within yourself. That way, when you meet another system, you are able to, you know, decipher what's good and what's not good. But I see bringing in a lot of knowledge here. Next, we have balance. Now, this is more than just love relationship sense or self sense. This is more of like complete balance. And I think that coming to context with things like what we're talking about this evening are important for us to be able to answer questions like this to ourselves. That is what brings balance. That connection, the calm waters, knowing what's going on everywhere inside of you. And you know what's good, you know? So yeah, balance. Trusting in yourself. Trusting in your own kingdom that you build for yourself. And you know what that's going to give you? Something that she may feel like she didn't have. Which is a firm foundation. I don't think starfish have bones. You do. And you have a backbone, and you have a firm foundation. And she is, like, I feel like what she's trying to say is work on this, and this will be good, and you won't have to go through anything that I went through. Wow, I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so final messages here, my beautiful pink rock salt group. The last question, once again, is a little bit different. I am going to ask, what can you do, or any advice on how to mother yourself? I'm going to go ahead and pull 3 cards here. Nice. Okay. All right. We have 4 of Cups, the World, and Page of Cups. Okay? There may be a need to remember that you don't have to accept every offer that comes your way in regards to a certain aspect of your life, you know. I think that there is a need to understand that processes, they start and they end. It's like everything has a beginning and an end, in a sense, right? Or a transformation, right? There is a transformation happening for you right now, which is probably why you clicked on the video in the first place. And you chose the pink rock salt, which is not even an herb. You know, this is for you. You are transforming, mutating almost, I wanted to say. Like, wow. Mother yourself through the process, okay? Because this isn't going to be easy, but you're already on your way, so here we go. But you really are changing directions in life, or really opening up the pathway to the one that you already chose, that direction that you already chose. And instead of being this guy right here or this girl right here, you're this. What a difference, right? Now you're the one who's offering. You've got beautiful offerings to give now. Emotional. Oh, it's the first gift, and the first person that you should give that gift to is yourself. Starfish and fox. I love it. Remember that we all go through these processes. Our mothers are human for the most part. Anyways, and thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you in your next video.